A flying eagle represents Qualcomm Electronics. From Taiwan, flew to Thailand and built its manufacturing base. The eagle flew to China, Malaysia, and Brazil to share the spirit of Qualcomm around the world. In 2012, this eagle opened a new milestone, entering again Southeast Asia in the country of the Philippines. In 2013, Qualcomm Philippines Incorporated has its experience in making competitive and skilled employees. More eagles can represent Qualcomm in 2014. CCPH is ready to fly. The Philippines is composed of 7,107 islands with a total of 300,000 km square land area. Islands of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao are the three major islands of the Philippines. CCPH sets in operation in Luzon, in which Luzon is the biggest and the most modern island in the Philippines. The Philippines has 93 million of total populations. Filipinos use Tagalog and English as their main language. The Philippine economic composition is made of 46% finance and services, 30% industry, 14% fishery and agriculture, and 10% for others. Philippine economy has a significant growth, attracting more foreign companies to invest their businesses. Majority of the Philippine foreign investors were from Japan, which is 40%, followed by Europe and America with 25%, Singapore, Hong Kong, and China with 15%, Korea with 6%, and Taiwan with 2%. The Philippine currency is peso. Currency ratio to US dollar is 1 USD equals 42 Philippine peso. To Taiwan dollar is 1 Taiwanese dollar is equals to 1.5 Philippine peso. To Thailand baht is 1 baht is equal to 1.5 Philippine peso. From 2012, the Philippine GDP increased by 7% this year, and the economy increase rate is number 1 in Southeast Asia. Philippine Industrial Economic Zone or PEZA has 281 industrial zones in the Philippines with more than 3,000 companies registered and operating with the PEZA zone. Companies under PEZA is composed of 65% of the whole Philippine export amount. Qualcomm brings the concept of discipline, efficiency, and creativity. These three are the soul of Qualcomm. These concepts transferred to the new generation of management team who had been trained in Thailand manufacturing base. When Managing Director Tony Chu received information from CEO Simon to build factory in the Philippines, they immediately set the Philippine organization. With many years of experience in HDD business, Managing Director Tony Chu and Vice Managing Director Ted Wang organized the whole team. With the help of global support team consists of Vice President Kay Zhang, Vice President Bifada, and IAE Manager Eka Chai, and Miss Jenny, CCPH was established. Qualcomm Thailand is headed by Mr. Tony Chu, the Managing Director, Mr. Ted Wang, the Vice Managing Director, Mr. Zhang, the Vice President, Ms. Bifada, the Management and Information System Manager, Mr. Ekachai, the IE Manager, and Ms. Jenny for International Relation. For the CS Division and Business Unit, which is based in Taiwan, is headed by Mr. Zhang, the Senior Vice President, Mr. Lobo, the Director, Mr. Nick Shi for the Project Management, and Mr. Benson, the Account Manager. The Qualcomm Philippines is headed by Mr. Michael Su, the Vice President for Manufacturing, and supported by Ms. Brenda, the Accounting Manager, and Ms. Vicky Yang, the Human Resources Manager. Qualcomm Philippines organizational chart is headed by Mr. Michael Su, the Vice President for Manufacturing, Mr. Charles Reston for the NPI Department, Ms. Gu Yuma, the Quality Department Manager, Ms. Ran Ni for the Planning Department, Mr. Rafael Domingo for the Import and Export Department, Ms. Patita Kludpech for the Warehouse Department, Ms. Brenda Young for Accounting Department, and Ms. Vicky Young for Human Resources Department. Calcom Philippines is proud to present its significant events and achievements for the past 1 year of its operation. In May 2012, the location of the company was selected. CCPH is residing inside Carmel Ray Industrial Park 2 in Calamba City, Laguna, Philippines. Construction of the company building was started in May 2012. In June 2012, CCPH was registered under the New Kimpo Group Technology Philippines Incorporated. The first SMT line and cell line was set up and finished in August 2012. In September 2012, CCPH passed the Quality Management System Certification Audit. The first customer audit was held in October 2012. CCPH passed the audit with 100% rating. In the same year, CCPH started the mass production. In December 2012, Calcom Technology Philippines Incorporated inauguration was held. By the month of August 2013, CCPH reached 500,000 of shipment of order quantity. In February 2013, CCPH reached 467,000 of shipping quantity, while on September 2013 and November 2013, CCPH reached 521,000 and 556,000 units of shipment order quantity respectively. In September 2013, the company changed its name from New Kimpo Group Philippines Incorporated to Calcom Philippines. In October 2013, CCPH started to buy and sell the HDD and direct shipment business to help customers to optimize their operation costs and processes. In just recent month, CCPH passed the Environmental Management System Audit. In Calcom Philippines, we optimize our resources and potential. In 2012, CCPH set up 1 SMT line and 2 cell line in the same area. CCPH managed to minimize cost and save energy. This kind of layout is called economy layout. This 2013, the customer demand increased. CCPH set 2 SMT line and 6 cells to optimize factory layout and maximize production capacity. CCPH called this layout as Maximize Capacity Layout. For the year 2014, CCPH will start the SMT PCBA business. New products which are now under development are anticipated to mass produce in 2014. CCPH will use mobilized cell layout and equipment for ease of flexibility of operations. This mobilized layout is called Flexible Capacity Layout. The human resources is the CCPH primary key in providing competitive employees. Human resources source highly qualified personnel to join the CCPH team. For 300,000 units of production volume, CCPH utilized 126 direct and indirect labor. The ratio of direct labor to indirect labor is 1:2.5 manpower. As customer order increased, CCPH managed to produce 400,000 units per month. It requires 170 manpower with a ratio of 1:3 for direct and indirect labor respectively. At the present time, CCPH can produce 500,000 units per month. This increasing demand of products were produced by 231 manpower with a ratio of 1:4 for direct and indirect labor respectively. For the next coming months, CCPH is anticipated to produce 600,000 per month, which will require 264 manpower. This production capacity can be handled by a ratio of 1:4.5 manpower for direct and indirect labor. In the future, CCPH production capacity could reach 700,000 up to 800,000 per month. To meet this huge production capacity, CCPH will require 264 up to 300 manpower, with a ratio of 1:4.5 manpower up to 1:5 manpower respectively. With a ratio of 1:4.5 manpower up to 1:5 manpower respectively. Manpower profile. Human resources consider the following demographics when sourcing for workforce. Majority of the CCPH staffs range from the age bracket of 31 to 40 years. It's equivalent to 44% of the total staff manpower. This is followed by ages range from 21 to 25 years old with 31% and 31 to 40 years old with 25%. For the educational background, 64% of CCPH staff finished a degree in college level while 36% completed a degree level in a university. CCPH direct and indirect labor is composed of 68% female and 32% male. Population of female operators is bigger than male. Big portion of CCPH workforce is from the group of 18 to 25 years of age. It's composed of 65% of the total CCPH manpower. This is followed by the age of 26 to 30 years old and 30 to 35 years old with 27% and 8% respectively. 51% of the total CCPH manpower finished education in a high school level while 32% has a degree in college level. Remaining 17% of CCPH operators had finished a degree in a university. Labor cost. Philippine salary rate is cheaper compared to other CalComp operating countries. In doing the business, Philippine salary rate has a significant advantage compared to other countries. Philippine salary rate is equivalent to $1.32 in an hourly basis. This is less than the salary rate in CalComp plants in Phetchaburi, Thailand, who pays $1.72. Thailand, Mahachai, Thailand, who pays $1.72. China, who pays $1.88. Malaysia, who pays $2.03, and in Brazil, who pays $5.22 in an hourly basis, respectively. CCET concept brought to the Philippines in 2012, and CCPH applies these concepts in operational processes. CCET is an acronym which stands for C for cell production. Arrange processes in the continuous order for ease of operation. It allows flexibility and multitasking of operators. C for connections. Eliminating non-value adding activities and reducing cycle time with the use of rollers and equipment to connect processes of each station. E. Equipment and E-system. Use of hardware and software interface and machines to make the process simpler and more efficient. And C for transportation. Minimize travel time of transferring materials and finished goods with the use of mobilized equipments. Applying CCET concepts, CCPH utilizes resources to implement CCET concepts. 3D cell layout and SMT layout pop out, pointing out each station video. Cell. CCPH use rollers to transport HDD to next process. Each roller has a direct connection to the preceding process, making operations smooth and efficient. Connection. B.1 and B.2. Production line use lifters to transfer carriers to the production line. This lifter connection allows continuous operation on assembly line. B.2 and B.3. HDD serial numbers auto-scan. Production line applied the mechanism of automatic scan. Adopting this simple mechanism, eliminate manual scanning process and help to increase productivity. Equipment and E-system. CCPH standardize the process by applying electronic system to workplace Software and hardware interface help to minimize operation time and save resources. More effective way of doing the process were acquired, like the use of auto-taping machine, automatic optical inspection machine, auto-press machine, and surface mounting technology. Transportation, mobilizing handling of materials with the use of AGV cart and lifter. This cart deliver materials from WIP area to production line. On the other hand, lifter carry bulk of materials from the ground floor, delivering materials to the second floor. CCPH aimed to make a better working place, applying the principle of ergonomics. CCPH team used the simple concept of take closely, move easily, and work conveniently. Before, operator pick up PCBA located 90 degrees sideways of operator's body. Difficult for the operator to get PCBA due to the inconvenient location. This caused body pain and less efficient operator. After, to make the work easier and convenient for the operator, location of PCBA has been modified. PCBA is located 45 degrees from the operator's body. Now, pick up the PCBA require less effort, thus making the process more efficient. Work easily. Before, there is no proper collection of HDD empty boxes. Operators need to put the boxes in an empty pallet. It requires operator to go out from his station from time to time to keep empty box. While after, to eliminate manual collections of HDD empty carton box, CCPH team install a roller to collect the boxes. Operator just needs to push the empty box sideways and the carton box will move going to the storing area. Work conveniently. Before, operator manually assemble carton box using tape dispenser. This process required many movement of the body. There is more convenient and faster way to do this process. After, CCPH see the potential to improve this process. CCPH install auto taping machine. Now, manual taping of carton already eliminated, thus increasing productivity of production line. CCPH applies the concept of CCET to the whole process. Start with the receiving of material. Operators use the forklift to transfer materials from the delivery truck. Next is incoming inspection of raw materials. Vendors quality assurance team leading the process of checking of materials quality. Its purpose is to filter NG parts to be used in the production line. VQA team use the inspection equipment such as smart scope, caliper, meter tape, and moisture meter to assure conformity and incoming materials. Warehousing, storing of materials. After VQA confirm acceptance of incoming materials, material will be transferred to the warehouse for storing. Warehouse follows the system of first in, first out, or the FIFO system. WIP issuance of materials. Butterfly load materials from the WIP area going to the production line. Operator assigned will pick up the materials from the AGV cart once AGV reach the production line. Manufacturing process. SMT produce PCBA to be used in the assembly of PCBA. PCBA undergo firmware installation and will proceed to the function test. Finished goods of SMT department will be kept and endorsed to HDD manufacturing. HDDs will be assembled in the assembly line. Assembled HDD will undergo function, testing, and visual inspection. If the units pass quality standards, it undergoes packing process until become finished goods. Assembly, packing, scanning, quality control. QC team assured good quality of products will be delivered to the customers. QC team perform function test, visual inspection, and out-of-the-box inspection and outgoing inspection. Function test, visual inspection, AOI, out-of-the-box inspection, or the OQA. Shipping, to secure good conditions of FG units during transportations, Pallets are strapped properly and wrapped with plastic film. Strapping, auto-wrapping, shipping audit, shipment. CCPH has a worldwide market. It manages its shipment in different regions of the globe such as Europe, America, Asia and Australia, and in Middle East. CCPH operation is a huge success. This success was achieved with the creativity, competitiveness, productivity, and the hazard-free environment of CCPH. Continuous application of these concepts allows CCPH to expand its capability. Creativity. CCPH never stopped thinking of better ways how to make a work simpler. Use of fixtures for ease of operation and use of APP to properly monitor its resources. Auto seal fixture. APP. Competitive. CCPH employees work as a team. Knowledge and information are shared through various training provided to all employees. CCPH assures competitiveness of its employees by doing the job right the first time. Morning meeting, morning exercise, morning meeting, morning exercise, OP training, IP meeting, online meeting. Productivity. CCPH measures its productivity by its capability to provide shipping demands, increase in-out per manpower, decrease in NG rate. With the ability to supply increasing demands from the customers, CCPH shipping volume increased from the fourth quarter of 2012 up to the last quarter of 2013. Shipping quantity increased 200,000 for the fourth quarter of 2012. 1,029,000 for the first quarter of 2013. 842,000 for the second quarter of 2013. 1,371,000 for the third quarter of 2013. And 1,500,000 for the fourth quarter of 2013. Output per manpower. Increase in manpower efficiency is a living proof of improvements and training implemented by CCPH. From 19.7 pieces per hour per person for the fourth quarter of 2012, CCPH managed to reach 25.4 pieces per hour per person in the fourth quarter of 2013. In the fourth quarter of 2012, 21.43 output per manpower in the first quarter of 2013, 23.81 output per manpower in the second quarter of 2013, 24.5 output per manpower in the third quarter of 2013, and 25.4 output per manpower in the fourth quarter of 2013. Defect rate decrease, continuously improvement in manufacturing process and incoming material control helped CCPH to decrease defect rate from 98.6% yield rate in the fourth quarter of 2012 to 99.5% yield rate in the fourth quarter of 2013. 98.6% for the fourth quarter of 2012. 98.7% for the first quarter of 2013. 99% for the second quarter of 2013. 99.1% for the third quarter of 2013, and 99.5% for the fourth quarter of 2013. Hazard-free. CCPH assures compliance to safety regulation and rules implemented by the governing bodies. CCPH invests in equipments and facilities that will help to boost the safety and prevent hazards in its working environment. Air shower, security door, ESD testing, CCTV, maintenance, security door, ending. CCPH comply with the international standards. CCPH has been awarded its certificates for its compliance to Quality Management System or ISO 9001, Environmental Management System or ISO 14001. CCPH will continuously implement, compliance with restriction of hazardous substances and green product. Cell line. CEO Tony Chu. Mr. Tony is this. Company building. Aerial view. Cell line. Flags. Locker area. Clinic. Canteen area. Lobby area. Finger scan. MIS. Offices. Mabuhay! We are Qualcomm Philippines.